Now, what's your leadership pattern? The generative being that you came here to be is about having the energy to build. So in leadership dynamics, as a generator or a manifesting generator, being the form of the majority of humanity, it may be that you are frustrated with where you are at, are you? Because you're not here to initiate. That's not you. You're not an initiator. You're a responder. So the ability to respond comes from your power, your consistent sacral energy. That red square, the only red square that is there, that fuels your sustainability, your productivity, your satisfaction, and your mastery of being who you are for yourself. Ra emphasized, creator, founder, first messenger of the human design system, Ra Uruhu. He emphasized that true generator leadership is leadership through response. That means then, this is not about mentally taking action from your mind, nor is it about initiating from inside your body. It is about responding to life. It's not passive, it's active, and it is not on all the time. There's always going to be a pulse or pattern or a cycle of available energy. When you're operating correctly, responding in alignment, that sacral motor hum is magnetic. It has this capability of having embodied action, either through a step-by-step process, and that may take some time depending on how you align. That's the pure generator. Or for those who have power to the throat, either directly, manifesting generator, or indirectly, generator with manifesting potential. You're going to have an energetic availability that's rooted in your color motivation. This is where we want to go through some of the ways in which you'll find yourself aware of how beyond compare you are truly. There's no comparison between you and a manifester or a projector or a reflector or any other type of creature. You are utterly unique. Yourself. Color, as we shall see, reveals the motivation of your mind's process, your awareness. The frequency of mind in response to life allows you to be aware of where you are getting on track or getting pulled off track. And when your motivation is correct, generator, leading from aligned responsiveness, the ability to respond, you have this powerful energy to generate and to regenerate, to create life, to protect life, to pull life to you, because your aura does what's unique to you. It's open, enveloping, and it's going to magnetize to you those things that are right for you to respond to. But when you're out of integrity and transference, your mind gets hijacked and you're frustrated, feeling stuck. You quit, and then maybe even you get angry. So frustration, burnout, out of integrity, distortion of purpose, signposts to wake up. There's nothing to do but keep responding. So we're going to go through and check into how are you going to be motivated to action. Hi, I'm Laveena, projector here, your master systems and guide the energy. So let's shift gears. In Human Design Mastery, I'm taking you deeper into the system. And it may seem a little complex at the beginning. Don't worry, it's not complicated. Grab your human design chart, either from mybodygraph.com if you're a beginner. If you're a professional, myomechanics.com is what I recommend, what I use, that you'll see me use. And we'll begin with the color 1. When it comes to being a generator, remember, this is your alignment to existentially correct motivation when you are in response. So that means then you're waiting for the available energy. This available energy doesn't have to be something that you're mentally trying to figure out. It's waiting until the energy is there. Now, first color, fear. As a fear-motivated generator, you're responding to what must be secured, stabilized, digged down into to resolve fear. As a generator, you build systems or structures or processes or lives, families, businesses, transformative experiences, civilization. Or maybe it's just your mental awareness. It depends on the nature of your authoritative process and your life's work, your life's purpose. So by being available to respond, your responsiveness has to do with the line quality. Where this is coming from is underneath your sun and earth. The 70% of the energy frequency that imprinted you when you were born at birth. The awareness principle to get to the foundation of our conceptual intelligence. You're motivated by what is unknown. Have you noticed? Have you noticed you don't want to be afraid? So you dig down deep. You want to understand, diving in. As in, it's not about getting afraid. So you're afraid of something, so you jump. Nope. It's about your mind. This is the foundation of your mind. And so, do you see that you lift up every rock? Do you like to look at what's underneath? Do you keep digging until you have all the information? This is the foundation of conceptualizing. This is being investigative. So doing your research, digging down deep, motivated to understand. Maybe you're making sense of things because you're a sensing creature. Maybe besides understanding and logic, maybe you're about knowing things. And so you wait for the pulse of available energy and what that knowing brings. It's a beautiful thing to see. The most intelligent of all the generative creatures, when you have the mental awareness of color 1, motivational frequency, fear. You are someone who is here to see what can be corrected or prevented so that the system doesn't collapse. Now, when you're out of integrity, what happens is that you get needy. So instead of having or embracing your depth, being available to diving down deep, what happens is you lose your depth by trying to fill all the roles of what you think is needed or how you are needy physically. And if you make mental choices out of a perceived obligation, oh, they need me, or I need them, and you're mentally pushing from all the openness in your design, where your mind has adaptive condition strategies attempting to bring forth security, ooh, can that ever backfire? So you're making a decision because of obligation rather than response. How's that working for you? Is it frustrating? I hear you. So be aware. You are beyond compare. And this is about going inward and being yourself for yourself. No one else outside of you can tell you what to do. Oh, it may seem to, and they may try to, but truly, you are here to be your own authority. Be yourself intrinsically. Now, hope as a motivational frequency correctly for the generative capacity is a non-action-oriented potential, some more than others, depending on the cognition beneath this color. Color 2 is knowing when to wait, knowing when not to act, when not to take responsibility. Let's remember, shall we? Can you remember a time when you were really satisfied in waiting, where you knew not to jump in? Can you remember a time when you didn't try to push the river or let people guilt you into or tell you what to do that you're responsible for? You just waited. Hope is passive. Can you see it's the potential to wait and trust in what is coming? This is quite a spiritual color. Hope brings trust in life, yourself, waiting for the right moment to respond in a satisfying way of being who you are for yourself. And your leadership may be like guru-like for others in your example of being yourself, embodying the faith that things can unfold as they should, that there is no meddling needed nor required. But when you're transferred or out of integrity, what happens is you feel responsible for things that are actually not even your responsibility. You're trying to fix what's not yours. Does that lead you to getting frustrated? Can you sense back into the flow inside of you? See, what happens in integrity is that you are exactly what you came here to be. The responsive creature. Not that you always have to be busy. This week, this transit is bringing, oh, so busy. Remember the authenticity inside of thee, this nature of the awareness principle of who you came here to be for yourself, truly. This is not about anybody around you. Again, they're not here to tell you what to do, nor do you have to ask them for permission. The next color of the lower colors, this desire motivational frequency. 3. This is all about organizing things. Do you see that you respond to organizing things, whatever that brings, in the nature of you and what you came here to do? Are you trying to get things to work? Are you experimental? Maybe experiential? Is there a swell of energy inside of thee? Can you wait for the asking of life, the swell of energy that's pointing you to truth, the truth inherent inside of you? Desire is a driven energy. It's an active capability, potentially, some more than others. This all has nuances and subtleties. And you as a generator with this motivational frequency, you lead by responding. Responsibility, the ability to respond. And you're either going to lead yourself or you're going to lead others with this color. When you rise as a master, or maybe you're an expert, an entrepreneur, maybe you're a mother, given the space to pursue the thing that's driving you accordingly with the nature of your being your own authority, whether that be spontaneous, the now, off and on, now or not principle, or you have an emotional authority, like a governing system, that you source into. See, I see it as at the surface level of generator creatures, I see it as 6 subtypes, 3 that are responsive more quickly, and 3 that are more aligned to waiting for the clarity of their emotional capability, awareness, this satisfyingness of being their own authority. That's just at the surface level. But then underneath this type, all those subtypes, we see color. And color makes such a big difference if it's right for you to source inside and experiment with what's true. Desire wants to make something happen. It drives our being towards making, you could say, waves or an impact, depending. Now, what happens when you're out of integrity? Blind, innocent, playing the innocent, being disinterested or disengaged. Yeah. Missing opportunities because you're waiting passively instead of actively responding with the desire, the swell of energy that rises forth from within thee. Now, as we move into the upper colors, I make mention now that these are more about others, whereas the 3, 2, and 1 are more personally, you could say, focused or aware. The upper colors, here we start with need. We're looking at a generator who is going to respond to what is required in the tribe, in the environment, as an individual, in the collective. You are going to fill a void of what is needed. You're going to generate. You're going to respond to absolutely what is necessary to think about. Can you see that thinking about everything kind of makes you crazy? Is it frustrating to try and deal with the unknowns? Are you trying to figure everything out? That's blind fear. You are here to think about what needs to be thought about, to respond to only what is needed. The 4th color sees what's missing, is aware of what's missing. It's a tribal, it feels or fulfills a need, feels what is needed. So oftentimes you're a service-oriented leader, as in you can support what must be sustained or maintained. Out of integrity, though, with the blind fear, what happens is you overthink things. You're living up in your head. Can you see that you hesitate or maybe retreat to go back to trying to study maybe instead of knowing what is needed, that what is needed will be there for you? When you try to make decisions out of an insecurity or a fear awareness, a terror, rather than trusting in your response ability, your ability to respond to what is needed. Don't think about the extraneous stuff. You're getting frustrated down there? Signpost, stop, come back to you being in integrity. Can you? And if you've got a 5th color, can you see that you spring to fix things? This may be what you think about. Are you thinking, how can I fix it? Because, see, this color 5, it's not about being guilty. It's about being responsible. This is what you're bringing to the table. It's a conditioning motivation. As a manager, you can be responsible for, let's say, being a mogul. Maybe you're building a business, a team. When your life is correct, oh, the satisfaction of responsibility and what that brings. This is not about what you say. Remember, it's your awareness principle. Well, maybe not necessarily. I'll preface that. It's always conditioned by your process. How you radiate your awareness, how you fix the things you've seen. All of this, again, is bringing forth the awareness principle through the motivational frequency. Awareness, view, perspective, they all work together. So I'm hyper focusing down just on color. Please understand there's so much more to be aware of how beyond compare each of you truly are. And then we have the innocence. Ah, beauty. What happens when you are innocent, motiveless, motivational, truly, is to be no driving, as in No attempting, no forcing, no pushing, no agenda. Because there's no motivation behind the innocence motivation. It is just being, embodying. Because of your innocence, the uniqueness of your awareness, that you don't seem to be connected to various power forces that want you to do or move. You're not pushing people. You're not desperate, not desirous, because that's the out of integrity you. Without personal agenda, you lead simply by responding to what is correct. You don't push, direct, or chase outcomes. Your energy supports what is ready to unfold. And innocence is leadership through being. Being, not doing. In transference, though, you try to force results, making strategic moves out of frustration without a genuine response, an ability to respond. So in integrity of what you came here to be, it's important that you source inside of you. Again, remember, strategy and authority. These are the keys so that you are capable truly of what you came here to be. Instead of attempting to force or push, integrate, don't initiate. Be yourself. Can you? So let's guide you through a little step-by-step process in case it's helpful for you. Let's see. We need, I might have closed it accidentally. We need the Maya mechanics. I use Maya mechanics anyway. You don't have to. I prefer it personally. It's professional software from Laveena Archers, source of the human design system. So, who should we bring up? We need, okay, love him or hate him. My apologies. I have Elon Musk, who's the first generator creature that came to mind. Let's see. It's a little bit, there we go. A little bit big. So where you're looking is sun and earth. This is 70%, according to Ra, source and first messenger of the human design system. Okay, 70% of who you came here to be. Everything else, nuances and subtleties, accents. So you can see Elon is one of the most intelligent creatures mentally because of the first color. So this is where you look under the sun and earth. You're looking for color, and that color is going to be one of 6. And the one here, again, it's fear, digging down deep. So he's here to be of service as an intelligent, responsive creature. And out of integrity, he'll get physically needy, and he won't have his cognitive awareness nor acceptance of what he came here to be. He'll get frustrated and potentially angry. See, anger as a keynote, especially directly, the manifested channels and the pure manifesting generator. The moment you see a red sacral square, that's generative or regenerative. So even though technically it is a manifested energy directly connected to the throat, because it's the sacral, this energy works better in response. Responsibility, the ability to respond. The 34 brings forth a potential for rage even, or violence, potentially. Not that it's always a guarantee. Everything is a this and that in this nature of studying frequency and chemistry, a creative blueprint of what you came here to be, the potentials, the predispositions. Now remember, everyone has everything. Everyone has everything in the body graph. What we're looking at, according to the nature of what we are teaching because it is raw in his system. He says, when you look at your chart, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's about, 18 or 20 out of the 64 gates. See the little numbers, hexagrams? If you were to assume for a moment that you don't have all this other stuff, you'd be dead. Because we cannot exist without all of it. We have all of it. The body graph doesn't show what's missing. It shows what's emphasized, what's potentialized, what can be self-realized. Because the activations connecting up in channels bring forth life force, definition, fixed, hardwired genetic imprinting. And when you were born as a baby, you don't have the fullest experience and potential of what you came here to be truly. It takes time. We are nine-centered creatures. It takes 50 years to fully emerge and embrace the uniqueness of our sovereignty and our capability. You have all the time that is required to experience this life for yourself, moment by moment. Being yourself for yourself. Sounds selfish, and it may not be easy. But what to do, what's true inside of you, is that you have to align to your authoritative principle of what you came here to be. Now, for a pure sacral being, that's different than an emotional creature, someone who is defined emotionally by nature. So, you see, it just takes experimenting. You don't have to do anything except witness, watch, be yourself truly. Now, what happens when you're out of integrity? Here's how it happens. Your mind takes over. Remember, everyone has everything. So in the openness, we see what the mentality brings. Openness, conditioned by mind, brings a this and that, usually an extreme. In the openness, the mind thinks in black and white, and it says good, bad, right, wrong, yes, no, with no shades of gray. Maya, the mechanics of Maya, from the root Maya, ma, to measure. The mind is a measuring instrument. It is not to make decisions from. So when you say, I don't know what to say, then maybe don't say. When you say, I don't know, I should say here, I don't know what to say, then don't. I don't know who to be. Well, then, can you wait? Now we're talking specifically as far as the generator creature. Okay? When you think, I don't know what to think, I don't know what's inspiring, I don't know what to feel, I don't know what to prove, I don't know what to fear, I don't know when to hurry. These are all roots of awareness, because the very fact that you don't know means that it isn't so. So can you wait for response, the available energy to respond? If there is no response, either in the affirmative, or yes, or the negative, or no, then that means no action need be necessary. Just waiting. You are a receptive being. Your energy, open and enveloping, spiraling outward, drawing, pulsing, pulling, not pushing. That's manifestor business. The very fact that you have a sacral means that your energy is vibrating in response. So when you look down at the sacral, any and all of these channels, they have a voice of their own. They have a responsiveness. They make sounds. They do. These channels in you, these flows of energy. And the moment that energy is connected up directly or indirectly with the throat, it cuts off the or the nonverbal sounding of that available energy. So what happens in the mind, remember everyone has everything, your mind, the I inside that lies, it lies to you. It's attempting to promise or prove. It's attempting to find security or safety, avoiding truth. It's attempting to find itself. It's attempting to resolve the pressure or fear or anxiety. So fear, anxiety, nervousness. It's attempting to attract attention, the mind. Your mind is not reliable as a source of authority on you. The only authority that's true, one of two places, either your sacral, like we saw with Elon, or your emotional intelligence. If you are defined, this color, this center is colored in brown, okay? And that is not a mental game. It is a physicality, your body being, while your mind witnessing, watching. It's so simple. Even a child can experiment with it. And the more intelligent you are, unfortunately, what to do, our mind plays tricks. Your mind plays tricks on you. It tries to make you believe the very thing inside of you that is untrustworthy. So yes, everyone has everything. And in the openness, what that brings is an awareness, okay? Awareness mentally that can get incredibly distorted. And how it gets distorted, you make mental decisions, in this case, to be in control in order to prove the value, avoid confrontation and truth, and be somebody. And then we get all needy, instead of in integrity. And then there's frustration, anger, stuff getting stagnant, maybe getting stuck, maybe quitting. I hope this has been somewhat revealing for you. And if it's not, no worries. One of the things that is important to align and attune to is strategy and authority first. But if you're having difficulty, you might want to come see someone like me. If this stuff that I'm sharing with you, it's a little beyond you, but you're still here, you're still listening, we got to go back to the beginning. We got to start with the body. And that's the next step in our leadership success, our personal process for being ourselves in career and business is coming to grips with the process of the body. Because see, we have to begin at the body. The body must be in integrity. You begin with response. And if you're having difficulty, we may need some remediation of the form in your differentiation because of the conditioning of how you were in your upbringing, or whatever it is that led you to be where you are today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, like and share. It helps us to grow and find our tribe that is aware. Come see us, join us at humandesignmastery.com. Namaste.